What up, y'all? It's your boy Martine, aka the Boxing Purist. Welcome once again to the Truth and Absolute channel, where I speak the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, good God Almighty. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button before you leave, the like button, dislike button. It's all love. If you want to talk boxing, go with my people down there in the comment section. They will talk boxing with you, me, everybody. You've been subscribed. Much love to y'all. Thank you for making this channel what it is. I don't care how big or small it is. Y'all make it happen. I appreciate you. So let's get right into this. It is out there. Canelo Alvarez, Mr. Face of Boxing, will be vacating his IBF championship, which he will no longer be, obviously, undisputed champion at 168, which whatever at this point, because the man already conquered undisputed at 168. So at this point, whatever, give the belts away. In my personal opinion, good move on Canelo. So I was doing my homework, right, on William Scull. I was watching his fights. I was seeing his highlights and all that. Now, you got to respect any man that goes inside that ring. And William Scull is a stud inside that ring. Nonetheless, though, man, he's like 22-0, 9 KOs. He obviously doesn't really pack a punch. I didn't see nothing that could really give Canelo problems inside of that ring. Besides what I always say, the most dangerous fighter is a fighter that has absolutely nothing to lose inside that ring. Now, a couple of things like speak to me when I see that Canelo vacated. Because listen, y'all, Canelo earning the spot in the driver's seat the way that he did could fight William Scull and make 40 million easy, no problem. Okay, easily he can make those numbers. But for Canelo to vacate at this time tells me one of a couple of things. One, we're not going to have Canelo Alvarez in the sport too much longer. I know Canelo talks about he just wants to keep on fighting, wants to keep on doing it. Obviously, he's talking about love of the sport. But at some point, you got to hang him up before Father Time comes around and hangs him up for you. Second, the people from Saudi Arabia, Turkic Shalara, whatever that dude's name is, right, is obviously making noise because I would have to think that whatever numbers is getting thrown to Canelo for a possible fight with Terence Crawford, and there's a lot of rumors of this being like a 5-on-5 Mexico versus America, the USA, and making it a humongous card. There's talks about Shakur Stevenson Pitbull. Canelo obviously headlining against Terence Bud Crawford, which I'm not 100% sold on it, but the people from Saudi are. They're the ones that putting the money up, so I got nothing to say about that at all. But this is really interesting, though. This is really interesting. I'm really curious to see the next moves because I don't think that the Terence Crawford is going to be a going-away fight for Canelo. I just don't see it. Who even knows if Terence Bud Crawford is next? Of course, we hear more and more of it. Of course, everybody is talking about it. But again, we just do not know at this point, right? Me personally, I said in the past, it's a lose-lose for Canelo. But yet again, you know, I'm reading comments, you know, when I read about this, that he vacated at IBF. And some people were really out there calling Canelo a coward and a punk and that he's ducking once again. Now, to those people, okay, get offended, don't get offended, whatever, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. I think the issue that you guys have are bigger fans of certain fighters than the actual sport of boxing. Let me tell y'all a story, man. For myself, when Kobe was alive, God rest his soul, it took a long time for me to accept the fact that I was a bigger Kobe fan than I was a Laker fan and even a basketball fan. Kobe was my dude, is my dude, God rest his soul, Mamba all day. However, it's not a great thing when you want to talk about the sport. For me, there's no way when Kobe was alive I could have had a channel on basketball because I would have been way too biased, right? He was more important than the game of basketball. However, in boxing, I like the sport of boxing, and I'm a bigger fan of the sport of boxing than I am any fighter. And that's why when I come on here sometimes and start saying certain things about fighters, a lot of y'all get upset. And let me tell you, it's not my intention, right? It ain't my intention to do that. I've made little comments that come back and bite me in the butt, man, because my viewership just plummets, but I can't change that because it's the Truth and Absolute channel. And guess what? Sometimes the truth hurts you. Sometimes it hurts me. Sometimes it hurts my neighbor. Nonetheless, we got to keep the truth in it. You know what I'm saying? Personally, with this move that just happened, it could be a lot of things, okay? I'm not 100% sure what's going on with Canelo and PBC. I know that he did originally fight a 3-fight deal, but I don't know what's going on anymore, right? It could also be a thing, again, one, Canelo might be considering retirement soon, not wasting a whole training camp and a whole fight on someone like William Scull, who at this point where Canelo's at, it's like you could fight him, cool, whatever, but it's like, nah, dog, move on to bigger and better things. You know what I'm saying? Again, Father Time does not warn when he's going to come knocking at the door, but he just walks right in. And you don't know when it's going to happen, right? And that's just the thing with the Terrence Crawford versus Canelo possibility. You just don't know what's going to happen with these two. Now, it's going to be real interesting to see what happens these next couple of days, okay? I know there's going to be a lot of talking. I know there's going to be a lot of calling out. There's going to be a lot of critics, and there's going to be a whole lot of what-ifs, right? So myself, I think I already gave enough what-ifs for right now. But when I say this, I really want to hear, okay? Now listen, I'm talking to the boxing fans. I don't want to upset anybody, but to you boxing fans, okay, that doesn't necessarily root for fighters, rather picks a winner who they think is going to win off of what each guy brings to the table, I want to hear your guys' opinions. I want to hear anyone's opinions, but I want your guys' take. What's Canelo's next move? What is he going to do next? Is that Saudi Arabia money tempting him into fighting Terrence Bud Crawford? Does he have different plans, letting a fight marinate to see what happens in David Benavidez's next fight here in a few weeks? What is going on? Let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment down below. I'll answer you guys. Let's talk boxing, y'all. Much love to y'all. God bless. And remember, the truth shall set you free. Later, y'all.